Good evening, I'm Debbie, and we're keeping it simple with Testa's Pantry. A couple of weeks ago, Terry asked me about hummus, and she said she had misplaced the recipe. So I thought, even though we did it, it's been at least 6 months since we did, so I thought we could make it again. Hummus is very easy, and we really do enjoy it, and I had some celery that we needed to have something to dip it in, because celery on its own is a little boring for me. So thought that we would make the hummus again. It's really easy. The first thing I had to do was make some tahini. Tahini is a paste, a sesame seed paste. So you toast your sesame seeds. I toasted mine a little bit long, but it's going to be nice and nutty flavor for our hummus. So the tahini is made with a cup of sesame seeds toasted, and I added 1/4 cup of our Arbequina extra virgin olive oil, and it's really fruity and it's very light, and it works really well with the tahini, and then it's going to blend lovely with the chickpeas for the hummus. So and then you keep grinding it. So I use my little handy dandy blender and just keep grinding away until it's nice and smooth and it's a paste and it looks like a dark peanut butter. So, okay, so we're going to start with the hummus. We start with 1 can, a 16-ounce can of drained chickpeas. So I put these into our blender without spilling them all over the counter, which I have a tendency to do. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add 2 cloves of minced garlic. I like to pre-mince mine just to make sure that it all gets blended, because we don't blend the chickpeas too long. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of tahini. So here's our tahini. That's 1/4 cup right there. So we'll put that in. And then we're going to add, I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice in here. So these are really big lemons that I have, so we'll see how this works. So we squeeze, let's see, juice of 1 lemon. Now, when I drained the chickpeas, I reserved the liquid. And the reason I did that is because you have to check the consistency and make sure that if it's too thick, you want to put a little bit of the juice in from the chickpeas. All right, so there's our lemon juice. All right. Now, I'm going to do a tablespoon of cumin. You can use smoked paprika if you want. You can use any flavoring that you really want, but I like the flavor of cumin. It gives this hummus a nice, fresh, little bit of a smoky flavor. So that's 1/2 tablespoon, because that's what I can fit in the jar, and there's the other half. All right, salt and pepper. Absolutely need salt and pepper. All right, so I use fresh ground. So there's my salt, and there's some pepper. All right, now hummus is wonderful for any kind of dipping. Children like hummus. It's a nice healthy alternative to a dip, or if you want to use it for chips and salt, tortilla chips. But I like it for vegetables. I use it for cucumbers, cut up peppers. I have my celery here, so we can use it for that. Now I'm going to scrape this down because it is thick, and we want to make sure it's all blended. I'm going to add at this point a little bit more of the juice from the beans when I drained them. And you know what else? I'm going to use a tiny, tiny bit, maybe a tablespoon of our extra virgin olive oil, the Arbequina, because this gives it a lovely flavor. And it gives it a richness that you don't get with just the liquid. So I put in about a teaspoon of that. All right. And I'm going to scrape it down again. And I think it's almost ready. But you can see it's very simple. It's an easy, easy thing to make. So, I mean, especially for your kids, you want to make them the freshest you can get, right? Okay, that's done. So we're going to put this right in here, right in our dish. Now, you can add anything you want to the top of that. You can drizzle more olive oil over it. I have to take this out so I can get the rest of the product, rest of the hummus out of here. Scrape off these little blades a little bit. There. All right, so I like to put a little paprika. You can put some diced red hot chili peppers on it. You can drizzle more olive oil over it. You can put some paprika on it. If I put a little bit of paprika, I have to find it. Let's see if I can grab it without taking too much time. Sometimes, there it is. That makes it look pretty. Or not, depending upon your perception. But there is my hummus. And now I can eat my celery. Enjoy. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you.